So today it is the 6th of December, and it's late. Well, it's not late, it's 6 now, but it feels late because it's been dark for so long. Today has been really rough. I think I didn't sleep well. I woke up, couldn't go back to sleep, then sort of fell asleep, woke up late. You know how it is. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you do not know how it is. But yeah, I feel really good about because I started painting yesterday. Picked up my canvas that I started a year ago, but you know, it's one of those. I feel like I have to be in the mood to work, especially this one who is a nativity scene, and I'm really happy with how it's going. But I do feel rusty in. I think it's in a way that when you do a lot of painting, you build up certain muscles and certain, yeah, I guess muscles is the right way to put it. Both like fine motor skills, like in your hands, eye coordination, that, but also like in your head, in decision making. And I can feel like it was a long time ago since I actually tried to do like a nice painting, because I am not as comfortable just trusting my instinct, and I question myself and have a harder time making the decisions that I would normally just make. But I am aware of it, and I think it's part of the process. So hopefully by the time I'm finished with this one, I still have 2 more canvases that I would really like to finish. It's not like I have a time pressure, obviously, but I don't like having projects. I like to do begin and start with something, and I think since I started knitting, it's sort of a bit easier in that way, because knitting, you don't like just start and finish a project like a specific thing. You have a project for weeks or for months or years if you're working on something really big. So that way I'm a bit more relaxed and I don't feel nervous about that. I feel like I would like to see them finished. Like, I want to see how they look when they're finished. I also got a call from my doctor about the test results. And Kelsey, please, can you guess? There is still an infection. I think this infection has been showing up for 2 years now. 2 years. Yeah, so there is still an infection, but from what he told me, nothing else. So we did a cortisol test, and I think I could be wrong because he doesn't tell me everything, but I believe that the cortisol test with the pill was to see if I might have Cushing syndrome, because yeah. And what he told me was that the test showed that I had that I had cortisol, but it was what he said was that you could see that I had been treated with cortisol or cortisone, but I didn't have the Cushing syndrome. So next step is he's going to send another referral to another department, and that will take a few weeks at least to just get a response. Now, the medical care in Sweden is you have a right as a patient to be seen within 3 months. That's the care guarantee. But it doesn't always go that way, because also the care system in Sweden, and especially in the part where I live, is very underfunded and overworked. Lovely. And we're also in peak Christmas time. So I would be very shocked if I got any form of response before Christmas or before the New Year's. So yeah. And we are entering the next phase of wait and see. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I had some plans of maybe start making some paint again, and then I had such a rough day today, so we'll see. I think I might. I might still do it one day, maybe just like small batches, or maybe we could just test out some pigments, because I do miss it. Like, miss it quite a lot. Also, I could see if I could just make like the pounds that need topping up, just like the tiniest bit, and see if I could just make a small batch of that, maybe, so I don't try to make like a full batch, because anyway, yeah, that's the update for today. I'm going to continue on waiting for the previous vlog to upload, but you've already seen that, so that's not interesting. And yeah, tomorrow we are heading into town, and we're going to do an art. No, we're not going to do. We are going to attend. We're going to watch an art exhibit in town, which I'm really excited about, because it's a friend. It's the same friend that we visited on the 1st of December. So if you haven't seen the previous vlog, you have already got a little sneak peek of the stuff she's going to show. So I'm really excited about it. She's there for 2 days, so she was there today. But we said it might be better if we go like not in the afternoon. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, Sunday is 2nd of Advent. So yeah, okay. I'm going to do the YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in a bit. So yesterday we went to 2 different secondhand shops, and at the last one I found this. Oh, it's so pretty, I think. It's a little bit like it's well used, because if I close it I have a really hard time getting the lid open again, but it's just so fun. It is kind of deep, so like my finger. I'm not completely sure what to do with it. I just love it. I also found a little salt shaker, found a set of these cards, and I just thought they were so pretty. They're gold glitter, and they're cut out with these snowflakes. And they are old, because you can see they've been discolored. But I think they are like 6 6 of them for €2. Oh, and this one, €6. Not too bad. So €6, €2. The salty thing, €1. A bargain. Okay, so it is Sunday, 15:45, and even though yesterday was fun, seeing my friend's exhibition and all of that, I am not having a good day. I have come out to the studio, but it's really hard to get, even though I have like inspiration. I'm watching the painting I've been working on and that, not feeling it. I'm really, it feels like I'm about to faint, but I don't faint. I hardly ever faint, just a few times. So I've decided that if I don't feel like painting, I can clean some paint. So I have some tea. Let's hope I can drink it while it's still hot. And from the other day, I still have some pistachios, and I have a dog that wants to come in. I brought in Albert, and I bribed the puppy with a bone. So yeah, I've been feeling faint like for a really long time, and the doctors don't know what it is. I have talked a little bit about my medical mystery, but we keep taking tests and doing examination, and they can't find what's wrong. They can tell there's an infection in the body. Well, that's about it. So it took a really long time, Albert, what's wrong, to get going today. I also had some nice nosebleed, which is always a good sign of good health, don't you think? But I have gone through all the paints that are drying, and I've gathered paints that we can clean and get ready for the next, when I'm opening the shop in a few weeks. So here are the colors that are going to start by cleaning. And I think that's a dead spider. Nice. Okay. So we have them here. We have Algot, Tindra, and Saga. They are all ready in the shop. I just have some more that are ready. Anne have not been ready in quite some time, so I think that will be quite nice to come back. Also, Marie has been in the shop, but in full pants. And then Merida. It was a long time ago that I had it in the shop, and I made a small batch and send them out to the color cave. So if you desperately want Merida, you can find it in the color cave and in a few weeks in my shop. I like them to be clean when I send them out. Obviously, I can miss something, but I do my best to keep them nice and clean. In here, I realized that, for example, when I'm really shaky doing my paints, I get a lot of spillage. And instead of just throwing it away, I decided to gather it. So in here now, I have also some sample dots of colors that has not been colors that I'm selling. So I can't sell the sample dot because there's no correspondent. And also when I just have tiny bits of paint left over, I take them and then like on a silicone mat, and then I peel it off. And then I can make paint out of all of these later on. So no paint goes to waste. Also, this color is a Tindra, and Tindra is just like a clear shimmer, but you see it was on a blue like a matte with silicone that had some blue on it, so it removed the blue. That was nice. So yeah. Okay. It is so nice. And then we have some black paint. Anyway, that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to actually do some cleaning. the fans and heaters are going full force today because it's cold again, which is just something. It is Monday and it's about lunchtime, so I'm mentally getting ready to head in for lunch. I have had a call with my talking lady, and it was very emotional. And like I said to her, that I feel like it's a rough patch because I don't get emotional, hardly ever, which I think is not really a good thing. But I am now, and I think it's just like I am so worn down, like I have no strength mentally left, sort of. Obviously I do, because I'm still here, still trying to do things, but it's not much. I am cutting magnet strips. So I'm still sticking with my somewhat plan of opening the shop back in the middle days. I keep calling it middle days because that's what we say here, the middle days between Christmas and New Year's. And 2 colors got ready yesterday, and I want to do fix more of my sets. So during Black Friday, I sold out of my pre-made sets. So a lot of my colors I have just made, they're just colors, they're just what they are. But some I have made as part of a set. And Jane is one of those sets that sold out. So I have all the colors almost. I need to clean and wrap some of them, but we are in the process of cleaning and wrapping paint, so that's perfect. But I like to sell them. Okay, so I have a few of the pretty potions left. So they come in these little tins, and it's embossed with my logo on it. And then on the back I just have a sticker depending on the set. Partly for you, mostly for me, so I know which one it is. So this is Pretty Potion. So it has the potion colors. And like I said, the Jane set sold out. So prepping to make to make more of that. Could also maybe refill these. We'll have to see. Also gathering up some of the Agatha colors. That was a long time ago. I had them all available as a set, and I realized why, because out of the 6 colors, that's all I could scrape together. So we have 4 colors I need to make if I'm going to be able to make it. In order to make it as a full set, we need the tins, and I like to include magnets. So I buy a big sheet, like A3 sheets of magnets, cut them into strips, and then into these, and then I just put them in here. So when you get them, you can just put the magnets on the half pan, so they stick into them. Because that's how I like it, and because they are sticky or self-adhesive. If you don't want to keep the paints in these, you can just remove the magnets, and they fit just in regular normal tins. So I like giving that option, because sometimes I like having a set like just as a set, and sometimes I want them like with all my other colors. So I want to give that option. You can also buy them without a tin, but if you have the tin and then you change your mind, you know. I also have experimented with making colors that already has magnets in them. But I've been really inconsistent with that. So that's really annoying, because I like this idea of all of the all of the colors having magnets already in them, but my issue is I have a really hard time finding the right magnets. So here is some. So obviously you want as thin as possible because you want to mostly paint in them. But some of them I have bought and it's enough with one, but some of them you need like 3 to actually have the sticking power to be enough. So I still haven't found the good magnets, and yeah, so that's why I haven't like invested 100% into it. Also, when I do that, I need to let them dry. I have a whiteboard, so you can see the white, what, right there. Yep, that's a whiteboard. And that means that the magnets, like, they need to be spaced out, because if they're too close, the magnets sort of pull everything together, and it's a mess the day after because the magnet falls apart, and then it's just, anyway. So that is something that I am fiddling with. So yeah. Also, I have a little bit of blood. It's not that much. I keep getting nosebleeds. Yeah. First I was like, it's because I have such dry nose. And I've been oiling my nose up for a few weeks, but I keep getting nosebleeds, so it's not that I have dehydrated nose passages. So yeah, I have had other times where I have a lot of nosebleeds, and it's usually related to being like, you know, worn down. I don't have any big plans for this week apart from Friday. Oh, and well, Thursday it's my brother-in-law. He has his birthday, so I don't know if we're going to do that on Thursday or if we're going to do something on the weekend. I haven't heard anything yet. But Friday, it's the 13th, and normally it would be like Friday the 13th, you know, but that doesn't count if it's if it's December, because that's Lucia, and Lucia trumps everything. Okay. My very stable tower of stuff is not so stable. Imagine that, huh? Okay, so it is 10th of December. It is 1:20, and it's even colder today. We actually have snowy rain. I don't think it's actually snow. I think it's cold rain, but you know, enhances the mood. He has been itching so much, and he was outside with Uni for a bit, and now he's bleeding, and I'm like, you stay right here so I can see if you're itching. And then Uni, I can hear her walking about in the studio. So today it's Albert and Uni day, which is actually the best combo work-wise. I do prefer to have Sven out because, like, he's a young boy and he needs more mental stimulation. But for peace of quiet, for peace of mind rather, having Albert and Uni, that's like the golden combo. My goal for today is to edit the a sketchbook tour. So the other day I had 3 finished sketchbooks and I filmed them all at once, so I can in theory just sit and edit and then like put them out. It's just like you actually need to edit them. Hopefully it's not that much editing because I'm talking and doing things, but I just want to go through it and make sure everything is fine. So that's like what I actually would like to achieve today. Then yesterday late at night, I got an email from my accountant with the next step of for the business, which meant I needed to buy out my own stock. So I need to buy out the stock inventory for that price that is valued to, and then the tax. In Sweden it's moms, but tax. And yeah, that was, we did that yesterday because I did not have that much money. So again, I needed to ask my parents to help me with that. And I know that they are happy to help, but there's money, like it's coming back because I buy it myself, so I'm paying myself. It just it takes a bit of time, and obviously not the tax money. The tax money goes to the big man. But it's still like, it was really, I felt so drained yesterday. Yeah, it was a lot yesterday. With that, I had talked to my my therapist, psychiatrist, my talking lady. So yesterday was just like mentally and emotionally just really hard, which is why it is almost 1:30 right now, because that was the time it took to get ready today. Not really, but it took some time to, well, I got up early, but then after I had breakfast I fell asleep again, and then I had a shower, and then I was actually just sitting on the sofa with Albert. Yeah, he is having a really hard time with his itching, and I can just tell like he's not feeling well, like he's not doing well. But yesterday I did get to the vet clinic, so we're going to meet his vet next week. We have an appointment on Friday, but that's just like the rehab, the regular rehab, and she is brilliant, she is really good, but obviously she doesn't do all the blood work and has all of his files and everything. So we're going to meet his vet next week. Hej, vad gör du? She's up to no good. Usually she just heads into the studio and lays down on the sofa. But, well, jättedå efter något. Oh, I know what it is. I bribed the little one with a bone, so she can smell that. Yes. She remembers absolutely nothing about anything, but treats. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to put on my very, very nice compression gloves. And okay, this is not dirt. This is actually Neocolor 1 crayons, which is why they don't wash out, because it's not water soluble. So if you're going to use your Neocolors with your compression gloves, use the Neocolor 2 version. But sometimes you need to wear gloves when you're painting, because hands don't work, okay? I'm really, really trying to hype myself up, have some energy, and but it's hard today. So I put on a nice headband, also so I could let my hair dry. A little bit in the tail. So today, the 11th, oh my god, I'm losing it. I have a calendar here. Yeah, it's the 11th, Wednesday. the Christmas is getting closer. Yesterday, we watched the Nobel dinner. I missed the nice, like the best part, which is like when they're walking in to the blue hall. You get to see all the dresses, and we have, like, you know, the Swedish princesses, and they always look so lovely, which is just good for them. No, but it's really nice. But I missed that part because I was working on my Christmas sweater and I finished the body. It's not blocked yet, so I'm like, I'm not sure about the length. Somebody tried to call me, I'm not answering. So I was doing that, and then today has been really slow day, and but we're getting to it. I mean, it is 4, as you can see, but we did get the tiniest dusting of snow, which meant I'm sure we got like 10 more minutes, just because of that light dusting adds so much to the reflective light. You just have to take my word for it, because but I would really like to do some paint, and I haven't been doing much today. I finished the of filling these with magnets, so I did a lot of that, and I had so many bank calls. And the thing is, whenever you're talking to someone like that, the majority of time you just spend waiting. And then you're like, yeah, you can't call this number, you need to be calling this department. I'm like, you could just connect me, it's the same. No, you need to call it. Okay, whatever. So with I just really want to make some paint. And tomorrow it's Thursday. I'm not going to do anything on Thursday. Friday, it's the day after. I do have something to do, but I haven't done a lot today. I feel fine. I don't have a temperature, and I'm not doing anything tomorrow. So I feel like today would be the best day to make some paint. And if I just make a small batch, I think it will be fine. We'll see tomorrow. So I'm going to pick a color that needs a little bit of a top up, and yeah, I'm really excited. And I mean, I love making paint, but I'm not going to lie, it's labor intensive. It is. So I'll see you at the slab. Yeah. And we need to move my plants because they're currently using my sink as a swimming pool. So we're out in the studio in the morning today. Morning. It's okay. So you have like afternoon. What do you call before noon? Before noon. Anyway, so the paints from yesterday looking so well. I can't see any air bubble. Well, one has. Also, fill these little guys. Now I just need to come up with whatever paint I want in the other parts. But this has to be my smoothest Ellen ever. I'm pretty tired today. It's about 11 and yeah, but there's light out because we have the frost. It's not snow, it's just frost, but it does add a lot of light. So I was thinking I'm going to sit and clean some paint, but the other day I realized I also have a lot of Wentworth. That's ready. Well, I have some that are ready. Some of them have nice air bubbles that have burst, but I still have enough to prep and to clean. So I'm going to add those to what I have inside the studio. I also want to paint some mutes. Yes, you heard that right. So one of my favorite books to listen to, audiobooks, is is the P.G. Wodehouse read by by Stephen Fry. He made like a huge compilation of different stories. And I love listening to that. And I've been watching the episodes that are made. You can find them on YouTube. You just search Jeeves and Wooster. And it's Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. And it's just like, still, so many years later, it's still just pure comedy gold. Obviously, it's P.G. Wodehouse, so obviously it's funny, but you know. And oh yeah, newts. Anyway, I'm going to start cleaning some paint, and if I feel like it, I'm going to try my hand at some newts. And I need to stop saying that word, so. tucked in? Yes. Ja, då kommer alla höra dig. Alla hör hur du låter. Ja. Nu får du sitta ner. Ja. Jo, jag vet. Ja. Ja. Okej. Ja. 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 Okay, so it's the afternoon. I have Albert and Sven. I'm still bribing Sven with his bone. It's been lasting quite a long time, so it's good. Albert did great at his rehab today, so that's good. And I have not napped today. We'll see how long I last, but he's all over that lawn. It's cold, but it was colder this morning because it snowed, and now it's not snowing, it's melting. Yeah, I'm sure I'll feel that later, but this was a very informative clip. I have cleaned Saga, Wentworth, Tindra, and Merida. So I have Marie left, so I want to clean this one so I can start wrapping. Yeah, I just need to check how the wrapping stuff is. Oh, also when we were at the rehab, so the first half an hour he gets laser treatment, so he just lays there and we were sitting and talking and blood just like so I think it's like my third day in a row that I've had some pretty good nosebleed. So yeah, also I did my newts yesterday and I love this. I have this color Dorothea, and I put in some metallic color, but it's just a sample. So I'm wondering, I mean, I could just make a paint out of that pigment, but I could also mix my own, obviously. And you know, I do prefer mixing my own. I just feel like it's so pretty. Anyway, I'm going to clean and then we'll see what we'll do next. So I'm working on wrapping the paints and I'm on the last one, but I will have to print out more of these. However, I will have seconds of paint, which I don't usually have. Well, my second, like, yeah, seconds. Usually, like, paint just haven't been done. But here on these, I don't know if you can, because I've already wrapped them, but they're like missing. Oh, they have been refilled, but they haven't gone all the way. And I have never had that before. So it's just chunks missing. Same with this. It's just, and I don't know how that happened, because like I said, it's never happened before. Now I have clear pans, so obviously I see that. And if I were to have white one, I wouldn't have catched it. I just find it so odd. So yeah, for now it's just Marie and then 3 of Saga, but I will just make a little star on top to know a note to myself, like this is not like 100%. I just wonder how this happened. Not sure, because I remember refilling both of them and it was nothing like weird about either of them. So I'm not sure if there is something to do. Like if there were the whole batch, it would be obviously easier to find out why. But when I did this, I did have on the fan and I also had a dehumidifier on, so maybe that just dried a lot more. But then I feel like I shouldn't have like all of these normal ones. Anywho, I'm supposed to be well, not right now. It's today. It's Saturday evening. I've just been into town to celebrate my brother-in-law for his birthday, which was nice. And we had fish soup and strawberry cake, which I don't think I've ever had strawberry cake in December before. I brought Albert because he is itching so much. I put on his little socks and he did really great. And I think also because we were in a new place and there was a lot of stuff for him to do, like with new toys, you know, and inspecting their cat. There was so much that he got sort of distracted, because just when we were about to leave and he was like sitting down waiting for me to get dressed, he started itching again. So yeah, anyway, I think I've said we got a vet appointment booked next week, so yes. Anywho, I'm just going to sit out here for a bit. My mom bought you know, one of those big plastic things that you put your kid in and then you push them down the slopes. And she wanted to for me to cut out like in vinyl to put down so we could put Oliver, his name on it. And I thought I can do better than that, surely. When they were pregnant with Oliver, they referred to him as a ghost because they didn't know what he was. And now we know it's an Oliver. But I thought it would be really fun to make him like his own little logo. So I made a ghost and then put Oliver in it. And here is a little bit more straight. This one is a little bit more curved. But I think I really like this one. I have redone it so many times and rubbed out. But yeah, I think this one could be really nice. And if it looks really good, because I think it would scale down pretty good too. it would be really fun to give them like a sheet of stickers for them just to have like his own logo, like to put on books or toys, that kind of stuff. I think that could be so cute. So a little ghost Oliver sticker. Yeah, okay, but I'm just going to be out here a little bit to sort of gather myself, be quiet for a bit, and then go to bed because it's late. I just wanted a little bit of a sit down out here